Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV Lunch Time News. I am your host Videlis Njoki, and let's inform you what took center stage locally and also internationally. I am your host Videlis Njoki, and that is my sign name and sign language. The voicing is Gideon Maina. On to our first news item. Science Media Kenya Limited, in collaboration with KCB Bank, conducted a two-day disability mainstreaming training at its leadership center in Karen, as they seek to explore a partnership aimed at advancing inclusive banking solution for the deaf community. Central to the program was Assistol, a mobile app offering on-demand sign language interpretation services to ensure deaf client access banking with dignity and independence. According to Science Media Kenya's director, Luke Muleka, the training is about raising ambassadors of disability inclusion who will redefine inclusive customer service. KCB Bank confirmed that partnership underscores its deep commitment to financial inclusivity and accessibility, aligning with its corporate promise.
And this is a follow-up to the meeting we had with the team at KCB headquarters. And what we were looking is to explore ways in which we are going to include persons with disabilities and specific the deaf community in this area of inclusive banking. We've met with the team and who also introduced us to the staff members, and these are within who face the client-facing staff, where we have had an immersed discussion or experience into how does it look like to have an inclusive banking experience. We've had a discussion, and we've also gone through Assistol and seen what are the areas that how it can be able to serve, and also what improvements that the solution need for it to be rolled out fully. It has been a nice experience. The last 2 days have been informative. We've learned, and remember, in innovation, there's always iteration, because customer feedback is normally very important. Client feedback is very important. They have discussed with the deaf community, having a discussion with them to look at what pains do they experience when they are going to the bank. And this, to me, is going to be a groundbreaker, and it will be a nice experience for holistic approach to banking when deaf people now are going to the banking institution. To my surprise is that the discussion even did not just focus around deaf people alone. We had to look at the wider experience of disability inclusion as regard to banking. One question was, has our banking experience as the staff been something that is inclusive? But the answers came out and say that, are there rooms for improvement? Yes. Are there things that need to be done? Yes. So we are looking at how do we grow this together? Because, again, that SDG 17 was very specific, that partnership for goals is the only way we can actually be able to champion sustainable development. And the partnership for goals means that there is someone coming with something novel, but there is a partner that is being anchored in. Then you get granular to the solution and find out, is it fit for purpose? Once you get it fit for purpose, that's when now you are able to drive it to the next level. I think this was a very nice experience, and we are looking forward to a very interesting future in terms of banking industry. Thank you.
This week is about customer service. It's a customer service week. So Assistol app will give services, and this means that you will get accessibility and also access to information through the interpreter services on board who are there at the sign language. So you can call through KCB Bank so that we don't get to be stuck, and also we eliminate barrier to the community. On other news, alarm is mounting in the country following the disappearance of two prominent Kenya activists, Nicholas Oyo and Bob Jagi, who were reportedly abducted in Kampala, Uganda 5 days ago. The duo, who had traveled to Uganda to lead support to opposition presidential candidate Bobi Wine were allegedly taken by security forces. Mr. Oyo is a well-known figure and regular contributor to the Science TV program Politics Today. Despite official inquiries from Kenya officials, Uganda authorities have yet to disclose the activists' whereabouts, fueling fears for their safety.
Tunaambia Mudavadi, the backstop with him. Tunaambia bunge letu la Kenya, they must intervene. We want Bob Njagi arudi haraka iwezekanavyo akiwa safe. Vile vile tumeona kumekuwa na illegal rendition. Wakenya wakichukuliwa hapa hata 2010, Wakenya wakipelekwa Uganda. Na serikali iko pale.
We are calling upon our comrades and the citizens of Uganda to make sure that you sustain the pressure on your government until our comrades are released.
Should there be any offense or allegations of any offense against them, let those Kenyans be tried in Kenya. We have no trust in the justice process of Uganda, given how they have handled the case of Besigye.
The disappearance of the two is a great concern that we have as a country. Their disappearances and their not known whereabouts. We don't know if they're alive. We don't know if they're abducted or if they're being held at Uganda. And the Kenyan government, they need their support. They need their help so that we can make sure there is peaceful within, and also the two are being kept safe and the safety of the two. On other news item, the grade 9 learners in the competency-based curriculum CBC system are officially set to undertake the national examination that marks the end of their junior secondary school JSS phase. The assessment, formerly known as the Kenyan Junior Secondary Education Assessment, KJSEA, will evaluate the students' performance across grade 7, grade 8, and grade 9. It replaces the former Kenya Certificate of Primary Education, KCPE, and will be key factor in placing students into their chosen senior secondary pathway, STEM, social science, or arts and sports, starting in grade 10. According to the Kenya National Examination Council, NEC, the first cohort of grade 9 learners is scheduled to sit for the KJSEA between October 27 and November 3rd, 2025.
Jointly, we have to ensure that the administration of examinations and assessments strictly adhere to the established rules and regulations.
All the best to the students who will be sitting and preparing to sit for the exam for the month of October and November. We wish you all the success, and also as you start your new journey in your progressive to your education. On other news, President William Ruto yesterday launched a fresh attack on Kenya's political class, accusing the elite of actively hindering the country's progress towards prosperity. Speaking in Meru County during a development tour, the head of state stated that he vested interest of certain politicians were a major stumbling block to his administration's agenda. The president also used the platform to address the persistently low turnout among young people in the ongoing voter registration exercise, appealing directly to the youth, emphasizing their crucial role in safeguarding democracy and fostering good governance by exercising their franchise.
Tikati, sisi kama viongozi ndio tumeharibu nchi na siasa duni ya chuki na ukabila na migawanyiko na maono fupi na maono ambayo hana maana. We need to raise our game as the people of Kenya. Vijana wetu muko na nafasi ya kuchukua kura ndio muamue uongozi wa taifa letu tukienda mbele. Lakini mjue hivi, hiyo kura ni 2027. Ama mnafikiri kura ni siku gani? Si ni 2027? Tuko 2020 what? Saa hii tuko 20? Sasa sikizeni. Hawasemi barabara, hawasemi stima, hawasemi vijana wapate kazi, hawasemi chochote. Kazi yao tu ni hewa, kuongea mambo ya bure. Na hivyo ndio vyo Kenya imechelewa. Nchi zingine imepiga hatua ya kwenda mbele.
And therefore we want to thank the church for being partners with the government, not only in the spiritual nourishment of our people, not only in the stability of our families, but also in the economic progress of the people of Kenya and the communities and families of Kenya.
The president of the country is encouraging the youth to come out in large numbers and register as voters for the general election that will be happening in 2027, so that we don't complain and we don't get stuck anymore. Now, please come out in large numbers and encourage others in different counties, or wherever you are, to register as voters. When general election is ready, you will be eligible to vote. On other next news item, the government has announced plans to recruit an additional 24,000 teachers by January 2026 in a significant move to address the persistent teacher shortage crisis in public schools across the country. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogambo confirmed the recruitment drive on Sunday during World's Teachers' Day celebration, stating that the new hiring aims to bridge the student-to-teacher ratio gap, particularly in remote and marginalized areas. The minister emphasized the commitment to make sure every Kenyan child received quality education, noting that the planned recruitment will reduce pressure on existing staff and improve learning outcomes.
24,000 teachers are to be employed by January 2026. We are undertaking a comprehensive verification exercise to ascertain the actual number of schools and learners at the basic education level across the country. The verification exercise, ladies and gentlemen, is nearing completion, and we should receive a comprehensive report within the next 10 days. Challenges, for example, that we get in capitation, they arise from the challenges of not knowing the exact numbers that we have.
As you've seen, the advice, the recruitment of the teachers, we hope and believe that the staff and the teachers with disability will be recruited also to the deaf schools and also disabled schools, so that they can improve the learning to the deaf schools and disabled schools. On other news, teachers across the country used the occasion of the World Teachers' Day celebration to press the government on two critical demands: rejecting the new state-backed Social Health Authority medical cover in favor of a private scheme, and granting autonomy to junior secondary school JSS teachers. The educators expressed strong reservations about being enrolled in the Social Health Authority scheme, with union representative arguing that the current private medical cover provides more comprehensive and efficient services. They called on the government to restore or maintain a dedicated private health insurance package for all teachers.
Tunataka kutolewa ile minet tupelekwe kwa SHA. Hatutaki, tumekataa katakata kuingia SHA. Sababu ni hii, kuna majirani na watu wengi sana ambao wamesajiliwa katika huo mfumo wa SHA na bado wanapata shida.
Hii agenda ya medical coverage ikuwe open tender, kila insurance company yenye inaweza offer walimu a good comprehensive cover ipewe a fair chance.
We have the challenge of medical cover. We shall sit down and discuss, and we shall get a solution. Today we have the challenge of the JSS demanding the autonomy. We have taken the correct steps of writing to the Commission and government so that matter can be brought on table for discussion.
The teachers are insisting that SHA must be improved, or they prefer a private scheme, insurance scheme, that to be given to other teachers than the SHA that doesn't have a comprehensive services. That is their concerns as teachers. On other news, the office of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has dismissed recent media reports alleging that the veteran opposition leader is suffering from undisclosed health complications. In a statement released Sunday, Mr. Odinga's spokesperson confirmed that the former Prime Minister is in good health and has been actively engaging in official and private matters despite the circulating rumors. You see, the issue and the rumors that was spread on social media that Raila was sick, it's been confirmed that he's in good shape and he's working well. There is without any problem. So the rumors to be dropped and to be cleared. On other news, the Kenya Pharmaceutical Distributors Association, KPDA, has sounded a national alarm over a potential crisis of critical shortage of essential medicines, claiming that a recent overhaul of the drug importation system has inadvertently blocked access to over 21,000 vital drugs. The association stated tonight that the crisis stems from a Pharmacy and Poison Board, PPB, reconfiguring its importation portal. We don't really understand what is the problem with our country. We have a lot of sick people admitted in the hospital, and people need medicine so that they can survive. So the government, please, we ask to come and intervene and help the situation so that we can avert this crisis. Let us have a short commercial break, and then we'll be back with the world of sports with Ben Rangai. Bye-bye, enjoy your lunch, and continue watching our subsequent programs.